And on to the details now. Government has taken bold steps towards addressing the numerous cases of abuse meted out to Ghanaians who travel to the Gulf states and other Asian countries. Many are trafficked by agents under the guise of securing lucrative jobs for them in the Gulf. However, many end up being used as sex slaves and are tortured most of the time. Many victims tell horrific stories of their adventures in Kuwait and other Gulf states. Here's one of them speaking to Metro TV's Gabriel Togbo Ashon. We'll bring you that story in a bit. Sincere apologies for that quick delay there. Well, some action is being taken. Yesterday, Ghana's Foreign Minister Shirley Ayeko met with the representatives of the diplomatic missions from those countries and tasked them to send home the message that Ghana abhors the practice.
Essentially, the vision to make Ghana work again is anchored on the fact that in an era of economic diplomacy, our foreign policy must be used as a tool to achieve results in the growth, expansion, and diversification of our economy. In other words, the implementation of our foreign policy must be relevant and result in the enhancement of the welfare of our two citizens. It is in pursuit of this goal that on assumption of office, I directed the management of the ministry to create the Economic, Trade and Investment Bureau, ECTIB. This bureau is responsible for the coordination of all activities relating to trade and investment between the ministry and its missions abroad and our foreign partners. Our objective is to use diplomacy to give enhanced protection for our citizens abroad. After all, an attack on any Ghanaian anywhere is an attack on the sovereignty of Ghana. This point must be stressed as we continue to receive reports of abuse of our citizens who are recruited by job agents to go to work in some Gulf states. Your Excellencies, this is an issue we must openly confront in an honest and contrite manner. We must not only strongly condemn them, but take practical and urgent steps to address them. In that connection, we wish to appeal to you to take bold steps to arrest these unfortunate developments of the maltreatment of Ghanaian labor migrants in your various countries. We demand that those found culpable should face the legal consequences to serve as a deterrent to others. We are very confident that your government will not condone such unlawful actions. Therefore, if we can work collectively to stem this negative trend, Ghanaians will no longer live with the wrong perception that countries in the Gulf region are notorious places for maltreatment of hired migrant labor. Excellencies, I must admit that the growth of democracy on our continent is threatened by the spread of terrorism, and I wish to reiterate that the government of Ghana will continue to play a pivotal role in the peace architecture of the West African sub-region and the African continent as a whole, and also continue to support efforts of the international community in bringing peace to the various theaters of conflict. Furthermore, the government of Ghana notes that the issue of migration to Europe is still topical, and while the EU countries grapple with its management, African countries and Ghana in particular is having to do some introspection regarding push factors which trigger such flows. Accordingly, government has taken a number of initiatives, including the creation of the Youth Enterprise Support Scheme to help ameliorate the situation. I wish, however, to underscore the fact that migration is not inherently evil, but can be of mutual benefit to both the originating country and destination country. In that regard, there is the need to handle migration issues humanely and also ensure the dignity of affected people and the protection of their human rights in line with international conventions. I wish to assure you that Ghana stands ready to cooperate with our European partners in tackling the issue.
Shelley Ayokobocho is Minister for Foreign Affairs. They're meeting with some government officials from the Gulf states. Well, I spoke earlier about some of them speaking to a colleague of mine actually at Metro TV, and here is that report.
Information you from me, Mammy Penny chain. See, to see me with fear, a banner say omu be 220. I want to know kwa ye Juman, and besides, say. A Jumana Modi a quaquene, a Juma Bay, and almost is a woodruwa, a Jumana a drawson, and to be choose choice. Now I it's movie are, or more bass, Babby Farm, no more do I could feel and SU, Sadia, Mate, Meko.
Latifa arrives in Kuwait successfully, but soon realized a different situation from what she's been promised. With phone and passport seized, Latifa works 18 hours daily, from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. when she retires to take a nap.
Udrufiornoma, the only kind of ma wanna say. Ube sorry, 6 o'clock. Now a Jumano shall see anytime I would home. Ube Jumana say be at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock before. Wada. Ube no drain, you know. When you may feel ube see. Ube papa, one. Where didn't the eba woozy, no way to the nadia by me, what we are to so, and the tamono. And one say, I wouldn't whom ye be out the home, make us a ball and susu, I'll bet you ballano. Na, Uncolano so more draws with you or be also best and a cataswamano.
She's not alone in this ordeal. For Latifa, the worst was even yet to come.
Miss Pons are not catching Miss Minue money driving. Me by Ben Adriana. And a gas need power at once. They me who you manusue me too, and a bass and me trash ye. And to me the force, Satan feel whole be added that. Me the force in a sorry call bathroom, and I make a phone so you goo me home. I feel no sorry, I'll be who a paste in the sink. I'm a coach and a choir, gas no fast to shame me, baby, I make a phone so goo me home.
And in an unbearable situation like that of Latifa, the traveling agents from Ghana who lured these ladies become the accomplices of the Kuwaiti slave masters and leave the ladies to their fate. We caught up with one of such traveling agents who is alleged to be active in the fraudulent recruitment cartel, but denied ever deceiving those he recruits.
What we hear on television, which is not true, they say when you get there prostitution. All this, even Ghana here, don't you know women are doing prostitution here? Yes. So if the person is a prostitute. But if it's a hard work game, I think what my problem is, they are not paying you, they are not giving you food to chop, they are harassing you sexually. That one, I'll call the agent right now. But if it's about work, if for example this house, I'll give you this house, clean here the whole day, and I think I can clean the whole day, and I clean here. Next time you come, we talk. I don't mind.
Meanwhile, Latifa was on the brink of death. Just went through a good Samaritan, Ghanaian ambassador to Saudi Arabia, Alhaji Sinari, and the Nigeria mission in Kuwait heard of her plight and stepped in to assist.
And maybe 6, me da honna, me who see Ghana for be brave and there. Na me who chime so yes and I won't be by me. Mamma the force, Bena, me person sorry, bear me corner, and I'm catching me semen daho. And me dahonum na obaye ambassador Sineri, and a woman by consul can horn so the edgia Mariam was you. Tam bia with the Johnny Brentina, me home cassie. Me who Tomia, me warning down.
Gabriel Togbo Ashon did that report there. So the Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, Otikofi Sajaba, has been explaining to us here on the show what her ministry intends to do about this disturbing situation.
We have a whole secretariat for human trafficking, and we've been able to speed up things. With the Ministry of Interior, we've been able to get the, how do you call it, Société Générale to fund the wall. The wall was broken and cattle and children could escape. So we went together with Honorable Ambrose to visit the shelter at Medina. And the wall has been done, water has been provided for them. We've been able to get a shelter for the older people as well, and given some vehicles to the police human trafficking, anti-human trafficking unit. We finished the national plan of action. We're going to launch it soon. And so we are working hard to ensure that we are able to track these young girls. The one thing we want to do is to have a job creation center for them, so that the unscrupulous people who take them away and abuse them, we get rid of them. You have to have a license to be able to, or an accreditation to be able to take people out. But some people are taking advantage of it because we haven't finished all these activities. And so as a new minister of social protection, we are to lead the process. Already we had a meeting, our staff as well as national security and interior and foreign affairs have come together to look at what the way forward, because it's becoming a big problem. At the airport, we have security agencies that we have trained, 30 of them by the ministry, to identify them. I understand that loads of young girls are carted out through these airplanes and things. And so the countries involved, like the Libya and the Kuwait and have you, we are going to have a discussion with them through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, so that we find a way of making it a job center, so that when they have a job, so that when they are going out, they come and register with us. We know that we can track Otiko is in Kuwait, and when she goes there, the embassy knows that Otiko is in Kuwait. She's working at house number so and so, and we can track them. If she has a problem, she knows that she can go to the embassy of Ghana. Ghana embassy, wherever is Ghana. So please don't allow yourself to be trafficked. If it happens and you are lost, please go to the embassy, because these are Ghanaian children, especially the young girls.
Look out for more trafficking stories here on Joy News. You're still watching The Pulse with me, Gifty, and our piano.